Hey everyone and welcome. Nathan the Asha had a lot of momentum after turning pro and he was doing extremely well when he was training in Kuwait. It's really unbelievable that until 2017, Nathan was beating Brandon Curry, who became Mr. Olympia in 2019. And yep, Nathan is still to crack top 6 at the Olympia. He's back in the gym after going through all the legal troubles with his decision of keeping his gym open during the lockdown. Hopefully, he brought up his hamstrings in the last 2 years that he didn't compete at the Olympia stage, as that was his biggest weakness. The great Jay Cutler has stated multiple times that he's a big fan of Regan Grimes' physique and he is definitely the future of open class. Regan is making every day count this offseason to add another 20 pounds on his frame this offseason. If you analyze how his physique has transformed over the last 6 years, it's a combination of great genetics and hard work. Regan plans to crack top 10 at the Olympia 2021 as he is already qualified and has a whole season of growth ahead of him. Ronnie Coleman, the greatest Mr. Olympia in the history of bodybuilding, is still inspiring millions around the world. Whether his style of training back in the day led to his multiple injuries or not is a different discussion, but Ronnie believes that if he didn't train that intense after Mr. Olympia 2002, which was arguably his least impressive physique by his standards, he wouldn't have been able to win 3 more Olympias after that. Ronnie is 56 years old now, and many experts think that he should stop using any sort of weight whatsoever for his well-being. But the champ says he will continue to work out until his body doesn't allow him anymore. Derek's physique is worthy of demolishing 212 Olympia lineup any day if he is 100%. This physique update of Derek is from yesterday at the opening of Flex Lewis's new gym, and I have to admit I have not seen Derek this lean and huge in the off-season before. Honey Rambod is famous for making his athletes consume a lot of food throughout the year, and this strategy might work well for Derek as well. Ever since his Olympia debut in 2017 where he placed 5th, 2020 Olympia has been the worst year in terms of placing as he went from 2nd place in 2019 to 4th place in 2020. This might be the redemption year for Derek. Waiting for Patrick Moore to announce his next show as he seems to be looking in his striking range if he wants to step on New York Pro stage in 6 weeks. Patrick had the pleasure of training with 2018 Mr. Olympia Sean Roden, and even Sean admires Patrick's determination to be the best. Patrick is overall extremely balanced, but he definitely needs size to compete with the best of the best in the open class. Looks like Blessing and his coach are not gonna miss their mark on conditioning standpoint. Blessing is on a low-carb diet these days and still pushing every workout to the limits. It's gonna be extremely interesting to see how he stands next to these mass monsters like Hassan Mostafa or Nick Walker. Both of them seems to be putting extra effort in their legs. Bodybuilding isn't all about size. It's about balance and symmetry from top to bottom. So can't wait for New York Pro and see what the hype is all about. The 212 class getting tougher and tougher every year. Nicolas's competition plans were disturbed due to COVID last year, so he couldn't compete and missed out competing on Olympia stage as well. This guy possesses unique roundness to his muscles and is making sure he does everything in his power to step on Mr. Olympia stage at his absolute best. Ending this video with Logan Franklin's off-season update for the season 2021. All the hype leading into the Olympia 2020 didn't do him well as he placed outside of top 6, but he truly believes he will be fighting for the top spot of Classic Physique crown very soon. Lots of ground to cover from 9th to 1st, but back in the day when Ronnie Coleman was continuously placing outside of top 6, nobody looked at him as a threat to Mr. Olympia title. And then Mr. Olympia 1998 happened and the rest is history.
All the way to the top. 10 seconds now. Control the negative. Let's go.
If you liked the video, please do subscribe the channel. Thank you.